What is going on, everybody? Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you all. It is that time of the season. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. This is On the Road to Victory, and I am your host, Jimmy Smith. Appreciate you all taking the time. It's Fan Friday, so we're about to get down. Any questions, any comments that you have about this upcoming matchup, or maybe last week's matchup, maybe the few games before this, the few games coming up, I don't know, whatever is on your mind, let me hear it. But I appreciate you taking the time on this Friday night. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, this season has been quite the gift already. And I'll tell you what, we keep winning. It is going to be Christmas every Sunday. And we're all looking for that big present at the end of the season. We all know that, right? So if the Eagles can pull that off, I think we're all going to be very merry this holiday season and then beyond. So Eagles, keep building on what you have here. Get back some healthy guys. We're hoping before 4 o'clock, get the news that Avonte Maddox is back tomorrow. Please. He is designated to return from IR. We have an open roster spot. Let's make it happen, Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. And then next week, Dallas Goedert comes back at the end of the season. CJ Gardner-Johnson comes back. Oh, boy, this team's only going to get better. They're going to get better anyway. But now you realize the pieces that are missing, and they're still able to dominate the pieces we've added in the last couple of weeks in Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, getting Jordan Davis back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, this team is very exciting. So I'm excited to talk some birds with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this thing popping here. Any questions are welcome, but we've got a few comments here already. Let's go. Nina starting it off. That's when you know it's going to be a damn good show. Happy Friday to you. Happy holidays. Hope you're enjoying this Friday night. You and the family, I hope, are doing well. I know it has been a joyous season already. Look, I can't wait to get all my Eagles gifts, all the things. I already got one, a shirt early. She couldn't wait to give it to me. So I can't wait to rock that bad boy. But yeah, I love everything Eagles. So it's that time of the season where, you know, it makes it much better when you're winning. But I always love, I mean, that's what I tell everyone, like, just get me Eagle stuff. I mean, that's how it's been my whole life. So people just get me, you guys know, it's just ridiculous to the point where, you know, you don't have anything else. Where I try to wear other things, but I don't care. I love my birds, and that's what it's all about. So I hope you're having a happy Friday. I hope you're ready for this holiday season. I hope more gifts. You have some awesome stuff already hanging up on your walls, all kinds of great stuff. So I know you'll be getting the same. Happy Friday to you as well, Liz. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Fan Friday. And it was actually not too bad out there. I just got home 10 minutes ago, so it was crisp, a little crisp, but not too bad. And I was enjoying it. Little hoodie action, had the new beanie rocking. Oh, that thing, man. Oh, my. I wish I had that in here. My brother gave that to me the last game I was just at here. And, yeah, that thing's badass. It says Go Birds on it, of course, so that's a great choice. Thank you, Billy. But it's got the green in here. You guys know what how I like to rock with the greens. So it was pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I'll have to show that to you here one of these times. But my man Drew in the building. Appreciate you, dude. And, you know, that's all I ever want is Eagle stuff. So I'm grateful for the Christmas gifts. So if my girlfriend's watching this, you know, any, you know, pre-Christmas, and you know, it doesn't have to be the week of, doesn't have to be Christmas Eve. You know, we can make every day Christmas Eve. So just throwing it out there. Eagles gear is always welcome. My man Drew, though, hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Yo, Adam in the building. Let's go. Hope you're doing well, my dude. How about them birds? How awesome have they been lately? And it's something special because, you know, this offseason, we're all pumped up. We're like, yeah. And then all those things happen. We're, yeah. And then they just start kicking ass, and we lose a game. Every I do it, and it's like, yeah, you know what? But if you don't get those stupid missed penalties, you don't get all that bullshit, we might even come back and win that game. No excuses. You get to learn from it. Don't care. We're still number one in the NFL. So all about it, dude. How beautiful it has been, though. So I'm enjoying this season very much so, and I'm ready to talk about it. I'll be real with you, dude. And that's the other thing. You know, it's easy for men in the family, anybody I have to buy for, it's like, well, you're getting Eagle stuff. That's just kind of how I roll. And even the great thing about my girlfriend and kid, you know, that's the same damn thing for them. And now, obviously, I got to get some other things than just Eagle stuff for my girlfriend. But, you know, that's I always have to throw in at least one because she appreciates, having herself some gear, being able to rock out. And look, the one I got, it's the old school green, the shirt she got me in. Like, I can't wait to see. Obviously we already have a lot of that gear anyway, but when they come back next year with those throwbacks, that they're going to just be milking that baby. So they're going to be throwing out all kinds of gear. And well, you're damn right, I'll be falling for it. Let me have it. Yeah, I'll drink it up. That's right, milk me. Okay, that's weird. I don't know what I just said. What's going on, my man Joseph? Hope you're doing well, dude. Sorry, I just saw your comment right before I got on. Wanted to let you know, 9:00, here we are. I did post it, though. If you have the notifications on, I know some of you say that it doesn't send it to you, though, so I apologize if you missed it. But I meant to post it on Twitter, Facebook before I left. Did not do that. Ran to the store. I was back in time, but I realized minutes before I got on here, I'm like, son of a... So I posted it. So if you're joining us via Facebook, Twitter, anywhere, appreciate you. Show was a minute or two late because of the fact I had to try to get it out there, but appreciate each and every one of you taking the time tonight, and let's get things started with anything that's on your mind. This is all about you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, I have graphics from throughout the week. If you guys want to talk about certain things, we can talk about, Saquon Barkley, obviously, being possibly out for this game. He is questionable. Some big names already out, some doubtful for them. So we'll get into whatever is on your mind. But we got something from Joseph here. I think Hurts and Sanders will have a big game Sunday. My X factor is Pascal, no doubt. I like that. So we talked about it in the top 5 matchups here. Yesterday? Miles Sanders, you need to run the damn ball all over those Giants. And you can use the Giant Killer, the Giant Slayer, whatever, Boston Scott. You can throw in some Kenny Gainwell, whatever you want to do, but you pound that damn rock. Drew, I'm waiting for you. Run the damn ball. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Run that ball right down their throats. And Hurts, you can do the same. But I also think Hurts is going to be able to throw immensely a lot of yards here. And I think you might not have to. So maybe only like 250, because I think we're going to spank them and you need to run the ball a lot more. And I think, the Titans had a good run defense. So it's okay that you got away from that last week. I don't like when they didn't necessarily get away from it. They used it when necessary, but they were able to destroy them in the air. So it's okay, but this week, I think you're going to be able to go after them. And Adoree Jackson is out there starting corner. So you're going to be able to attack him even more than I thought you would be able to. James Bradbury revenge game. So many things going on in this. But yeah, the number one was Jalen Hurts there. He's always number one, dude. It depends on him. But, I said my number one key, though, is take it off of him. Run the damn ball. Run the ball. And, I think they are, 26 or something like that against the run. Something. You know what? We got graphics here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at where the Giants stand so far this season. How did they fare against the rest of the NFL? Well, you see that defense, 26? It is 141.1. My brain hasn't failed me completely, but I'm telling you, it's been rusty as of late. But pass yards per game, 18th. So, again, I think you can attack him in the air. But Adoree Jackson's out, so it's going to be even worse for them. 23rd in yards given up, 12th in points. Okay, well, don't care. 20th in sacks there. Look, this defense don't scare me. I don't care. We have been struggling against all that stuff, but we'll see. But you see how this team has been doing in their offense, not so great. It's going to rely on Saquon Barkley for them. But I agree. Hurts, Sanders, got to get after him, man. Got to get after him. I 100% agree with you. Little shout out to Drew there. Love to see it. Oh, unsubscribe. Don't like to see that. Do not like to see that. But you're back. That's what I do like to see. But hopefully those notifications work out for you. Love that brotherly love. And you run that damn ball. You know it, dude. You know it. Run that ball or I will lose my mind. You know it, dude. And I think that's the case here. I think he could definitely throw for 2 or 3 touchdowns here. And I'd said yesterday and throughout the week, I think we can win by 20 plus points again. And I think you could see the starter sitting again. I think this team is a juggernaut, and I'll keep repeating it. And as they grow and get better, they're going to continue to dominate teams. And teams like this, you should. But okay, it is a divisional matchup in their house. I get it. Totally. It could totally be a close game if you shoot yourself in the foot. You have stupid penalties. You were lucky to get away from that. Win by 25 last week still. So that shows you how good they are. But get rid of those stupid penalties, and I think you'll be all right. So I'm pumped up, man. I think that we're going to attack them all over the place, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop it no matter what we do. It's your biggest matchup against the Giants offense or defense. Well, number one yesterday, you guys can go check that video out, top 5 matchups, but the number one was Jalen Hurts versus this Giants defense. And I think that obviously with the fact that he can use his legs and his arms to destroy teams is huge. And he's going to continue to do that. He's playing at an MVP level. We've talked about this all damn season. He's only going to get better. And I think this is another week where he pounces on him, and the run game is going to be so good. And I think Miles Sanders gets over 20 carries. And I think you have at least over 200 rushing yards from the running backs. Miles Sanders over 100 would be great. So pound that rock, make it easy on Jalen Hurts, but I think he's still going to be able to shine. So that's a big one. But I had mentioned number 3 on the list was Miles, and I talked about it. I think we're just going to be able to destroy them. That it kind of should be number 1, but I think, it relies on Jalen Hurts. So it is what it is. But I had number 2, Saquon Barkley. That's our biggest, obviously, matchup for our defense. And you've been able to shut down some really good running backs. And Jonathan Taylor, had that one good drive, and then you shut him down. Aaron Jones didn't do anything. Derrick Henry, 30 yards. Like, this defense is for real. So the thing is with him, he can attack you not just on the ground, in the air. They can give them the ball. So there's a lot of things that they can do with Saquon Barkley. So you got to shut him down in any way, shape, or form. But you got TJ Edwards. You got Kaiser White. Kaiser White was a little banged up this week, but he's good to go. Anything were to happen, Nakobe Dean is there in the wings waiting. So those are the matchups I would definitely keep my eye on. So for me, I still think this team's going to go out and dominate if you don't shoot yourself in the foot. But you can say that every game, but you're playing your best. This team is much better. And look, we've talked about Daniel Jones, the lack of receivers that are there. What's he playing with? Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, Richie James. Kenny Galladay's there, but he's fallen off the face of the earth. So best of luck to him. I think this defense is going to be able to terrorize him. Talked about James Bradbury revenge game. I think he could have himself a day. Big play Slay we talked about yesterday. So go check that video out, man. Love to see your comments, but appreciate you tuning in right now. And good questions, man. Hoping for a big win to make for it. Yeah, let's go. And I've been waiting for this damn game. We got week 14 and we finally get to play the Giants. That's what I'm talking about. But do not like waiting. We got to play the Cowboys. We got to play the Commanders twice already. So it's weird, but end of the season, you got the Cowboys there. We'll see if that game even matters. But I hope it does, so we can spank them, dude. I hope it doesn't for us. I hope it does for them, and we play enough to just beat them. So I'm with you. I need a big win here. Big win. Pascal 2 touchdowns, Smith. But hey, I'm all about it, man. And we talked about Quez Watkins being banged up in practice this week. Could Zach Pascal see some more reps? Well, any game, however you feel you want to attack teams, I think that either of those guys could have themselves a day. So I'm with you. And I think Quez Watkins could have himself a nice home run hitter if he can haul it in. Let's get himself a touchdown here. And let's get Quez, and you want to get Pascal one. You want to get Devontae and AJ. I'm all aboard, baby. Let's go. Yo, my man Dante in the building. Let's go. ECG, my dude. I hope you're doing well. Not seen you in a minute. Was just thinking about you the other day. I have been quite busy myself, not going to lie to you, but hope you are well. I know you've been enjoying this season. What a crazy season it has been. And look, we got college football going on. I know you dive into that big time, man. So I know you've been enjoying that. You got bowl season. And now, let's be real with you. I think that already you're looking at people for the draft. I know you are. So let's go, baby. Nice to see you, dude. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope all is well. But we're here. We're talking about whatever the hell is on your guys' minds. This is Fan Friday. So, hey, whatever it is, let's go. I'm doing great, man. The health has not been good at all, to be honest with you. There have definitely been some rough days, but I appreciate you asking. The one thing I do always look forward to, though, is sitting down here talking with you guys. Always bring me up to spirit. Even though I look like death, feel like death, you guys bring the energy right through the screen, and you give it to me. So I love you, dude. Appreciate you tuning in. Happy to see you, dude. And especially on a Fan Friday. Usually, I'm going through graphics or doing whatever, but this is all about you guys, whatever. And I was just saying earlier today on the Game Stats Report, I'm like, some of these shows, you guys really get me going off the rails here, but I love it. That's what this is all about. So I appreciate you tuning in, dude. I hope you are doing well. I really appreciate you asking, dude. Drew, my dude, they definitely do. And when you've got a guy like Saquon Barkley, they're going to do a lot of that, man. And Martindale's aggressive and tries to disguise pressure. You're talking about misdirection. Jesus Christ. See, look, apologize to anybody out there, but look, for me, I think that this defense, obviously, they're the number one blitzing team in the league, but they have their issues. And people talk about, the Eagles need to be blitzing, doing this. Look, this defense, we have talked about it since this offseason. The way it's supposed to work is it's working. So the Giants, they are doing what people think the 1980s like defense is just blitzing all the time, early 90s, whatever. But Martindale over there, old Wink, he's old school. He was talking about Hurts. They actually called him MVP right now, and I love that, man. But he's old school, dude. He's blitzing all the time. So you're right, man. It's a great point. They're going to be coming all at us. But I think when you're doing a lot of that, what we talked about yesterday is exactly what you say, right? Sorry, I didn't read the end of that yet, but I feel running now that I have. Yes. So what you do is you run right at them. People talk about, you got to blitz them. That's how you stop the run. Well, look, that has not worked for them. They are 26th in the league. They are not stopping the run. And they've got Leonard Williams there. They've got big guys in there. And look, to me, this team, it doesn't matter who you're playing. We are much better running the ball than we are passing when it comes to offensive line play, and they have struggled giving up sacks. So, dude, let these big boys just plow people over. Let the finesse dude, Kelsey Poole, just go out, take people out, man. So they want to misdirect. We misdirect. Throw it right back at them or pound it right down their throat. Whatever way they're blitzing, you have a smart quarterback in Jalen Hurts. There's a reason that you run RPO, and people, don't like that we run RPO. Oh, it's high school or, out of the shotgun. It has been very successful. And think about what I always try to say is just, plainly, just think of being a defensive coordinator or being the middle linebacker, sitting there and being like, son of a bitch, what are they doing? Because depending on the package, think of when they're healthy. You've got Goddard there. You've got, well, first and foremost, your quarterback is Jalen Hurts. So, people talk about dual threat quarterback like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. So you have that. Then you've got Miles Sanders as your running back. Holy shit. Then we talk about Goddard at tight end. Your receivers are A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Then you can throw in Quez or Zach. So that's already like, how am I stopping that? So when you've got RPO there, now, right when the snap is happening, and obviously pre-snap, there's a lot going on, but is he handing the ball off? Is he keeping the ball and running it himself? Is he throwing a quick slant? Is he bombing it? There's so many questions going through these people's heads that that's why they're professionals. That's got to drive you nuts. But that's why this offense is so dominant. So whatever they try to throw at us, you counteract it. I mean, we talk about we are the dog. We're not the underdog. We're coming out here. We dictate how games are played. And that's what we're going to do this Sunday. This team has nothing on us in any way, shape, or form. And if you struggle somewhere, you adjust and you've got to have a game plan. And I think they will, that goes after them. And the same goes for this defense going after their offense. Saquon Barkley is no joke. And we talked about Daniel Jones being able to use his legs as well. The other day I talked about, he's underrated because this kid can get you. Now, his receivers are not that great. I like Daniel Bellinger, the tight end they got, and I like Barkley, but I like our linebackers. I like the safety play. I'm loving the fact that hopefully Avante's back. So I really think that this defense can shut down their weapons, but you got to watch out. Tannehill was able to get more rushing yards than Derrick Henry last week. He had 34 and Henry had 30. So watch out for Daniel Jones doing that. And I don't know if you necessarily need to spy him, but you got to contain, so you can't be allowing this dude to get, run down the field and tackle himself again after a 60-yard run or whatever. So please don't do that. But great stuff, Drew. Great question there, man. Barkley won't go over 50 in the air or ground. Hey, I'm all about it, dude. We talked about Derrick Henry. Everybody, this is where Eagles are going to find out. You heard me. Yeah, I said it. We can hold him to under 50, dude, and we held him to 30. So I'm all about shutting down Saquon Barkley, but it's a beast all in itself because this defense is bend, don't break. And, you look out for Derrick Henry because he's going to run you over. Saquon Barkley is just a different back. So he might get some balls in his hands. So if you're not wrapping up, and the Eagles have had issues tackling, he can get in the open field and bad things could happen. So you have to make sure you are tackling. Cannot let Saquon Barkley have a heyday because it's Penn State versus Penn State, baby. Miles Sanders versus Saquon Barkley. So run the ball. They're both saying it, man. So it's going to be intriguing to see, man. But I'd love to shut him down. Reagor lost us that last. Yeah, screw him. How about Deshaun Jackson winning that game years ago? That was one of the coolest memories against the Giants. I'll remember that. I don't even know that name. Don't even know that name. My man Tim, let's go. Giants will always be that sibling trying to. Yes. I got something for you. Let me read this. And if we let them, they can sneakily get some plays in there. I hear you. And that's any team in this division. That's anywhere in the NFL, especially divisional matchups. But, when I talk about the Eagles and Giants, I always tell people, look, I know the Eagles, Cowboys, we hate them the most, but this is one of the greatest rivalries. Growing up, going to games, at the vet, seeing the Giants fans coming, like, I'm telling you, those are worse rivalries, more crazy things being said and things I saw as a kid than at the Eagles Cowboys, man. It's like they're like the bully. Like Cowboys are just like the annoying, like little preppy kid. The Giants are actually like the big dumb brute, and we're like the badass jock, right? That's the Eagles. So that was horrible. I apologize. But man, I hear you. They're very annoying. I definitely do. But doing film studies, that's what I love to hear, my man. And we all have our passions. And I was just talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I think I'm gonna start applying to certain things, guys, of what I'm building on my resume. And I was like, be nice to start doing other things. But I thought about it. I'm like, the way I obsess over the Philadelphia Eagles, like, it'd be crazy to have something else take over a part of my life. But I appreciate guys like you who go out and do some other stuff, man. So appreciate you and hope you're enjoying that stuff, dude. I appreciate you, man. Couldn't tell. Oh, I appreciate you, man. And I always try to bring a smile and try to be as pleasant as I possibly can, even when, the media is trying to drive us insane, or the Eagles or any of our teams are trying to drive us insane. I always enjoy talking with you guys. So I try not to bring that here, man. But I truly appreciate you saying that stuff, man. I love Reed, man. And we talked about him, this offseason, him making this roster. And that was one of the guys I said that I thought would make the roster because of just his style. And when I got to go to that closed practice, he was really just out there shining, man. And it was like Tim Houck. Me as a kid growing up watching him, I'm not sure if you guys are even old enough to know who that is, but God help me. But look, he's out there, and I just, not only was he, nose around the ball, but his instincts look great. And it looked like for an undrafted kid that he might have some hope. And, seeing him make the roster was awesome. Now, unfortunately, due to injury, we got thrown into the fire, but I was at the game and I'm sitting next to my brother, man. Craziest thing, if he's watching, shout out to you, Billy. I was like, all right, now it's time to find out if Reed really has it. And the 2 seconds later, he picks off Aaron Rodgers. I was like, holy and it's cool when I get to knock off the bucket list, like what quarterbacks I've seen, got to see Mahomes and Brady live, and seeing Aaron Rodgers. It was truly beautiful to see that interception from Reed. Just that game, dude, it was enjoyable, but sucks for CJ. Hope he gets well. Everything's good. The lacerated kidney, that's scary. I hope he gets good for when he comes back, whatever. But Reed Blankenship coming in makes me feel good about some of these 3 safety sets the Eagles want to run when CJ comes back come playoff time. You have him, Reed, and Epps out there rather than Kayvon Wallace. And I know one of you guys, you really liked that comment I made about, we thought we were getting Wolverine and we ended up with Sabretooth, so yeah, man. Sorry, Kayvon, but just not that guy. So I'm glad Reed stepping in, being that third safety we could really use, especially come playoff time against some of these passing teams. It's a great question there, my man. Or another Eagles content, guys, is not worth an extension. It is. It. And some of those things that you hear out there, it's just like, I like to go through walls because I'm excited, not because I want to knock myself out of frustration. Hey, whatever they're smoking, dude. I don't know, man. That's wild. Definitely, he's one of my top guys. And we'll talk about that. We already did, man. I already had a show where I don't know why, but everybody was talking about it. So I made a list of all the Eagles free agents coming up. You guys can find it on there. Just type it in, free agents, and on the road to victory. You'll see. But look, we talked about the guys I would extend, and there's a lot. So really excited. And that's one of those guys I would definitely do. If we're playing without blitzing, do we really need to? No. And that's the thing. This team doesn't need to. It's based off of getting pressure. It's about getting pressure. That's what blitzing is doing. If you can do that without sending extra guys, that's great, especially in a passing league. And especially when you've got monsters like we do, you can feel comfortable doing it. So that's why this all season, I spent the entire off season doing so much work, not sleeping at nights. I know my man ECG in the building hears that. Dude, restless nights, putting together those graphics, talking about the multiple schemes this team will use each week, being able to go against, okay, these guys like to run the ball, these guys like to pass. There's so many things that this team can do. So even with injury, love to see it. So we don't really need to do that. And that's always been the confusion I see with the media and a lot of fans. And man, this team is not, it's not how it's built. And it's okay because we're one of the top defenses. No, everyone wants Nakobe Dean. Me too. Oh, hell yeah. I love Dean. But here's the thing. Kaiser White and TJ Edwards have been the best duo in the league right now. It's just a fact. So you have to realize that this kid's getting to learn from two really good guys. He's out there on special teams. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And when he gets his time, if Kaiser White walks next year, I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays here and, maybe takes more of a backseat role because TJ is definitely coming back. So I don't know how much Kaiser will want to, but Nakobe Dean is the future here. He's getting to learn. That's a conversation for another day, but love me some Kaiser, love me some TJ, and I love Nakobe. So it's a good place to be, and if something were to happen, you've got a guy like him that can step in, and that makes you feel good. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about having him here, man. But I don't think you need to, split any kind of reps. Some of these guys just need to keep doing what they're doing, keep this defense, at the top of their game. Just crazy East Coast gridirons. He just needs to get, yeah, man. Holy shit. We talked about how much that was needed. And right before the season starts, Howie goes out and gets them. And it's like, you son of a bitch, Howie. So you love to see that. And having him instead of, just Reed and Kayvon, Anthony Harris was here at the time. And now he's not even, on a team. So I think for me, Howie's the man. Thank God he did that. And the plan was to, hopefully extend him. So I think he's a big part of this. He loves the fans. The fans love him. I think he'll be here for a while, man. A lot of these guys will. Yo, love to see that, brother. They love shared in the chat. Let's go. I love you guys, man. Truly appreciate you all tuning in tonight. This is what it's all about. But I just think those people have to be drifting out to sea, man. And look, I know sometimes I'm a drifter, and that's all right. But wow, not giving him an extension. Just don't like to hear that. I don't. But love to see that, guys. Very insane. Very. People are just, they're pretty wild. And I think any fan could, really see that. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think the Eagles will definitely be giving him a nice one. Last week, under 40, and he didn't get over 30. Yeah, man. Look, we know what this defense is, and I've tried again to get that across. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not, and I won't change my tail. And the ECG, my dude, had me on his show preseason. And I talked about this. Once this team gets rolling, it's only going to get better. They're going to dominate people, man. And we're seeing it right now. Trying to play GM, treat players like bargain bin. It's dumb to say, yeah, man. People, and that's the thing. Like, we're all allowed to talk about sports and have fun. And if people don't understand, who cares? But some people try to literally act like experts, and they say things like that. And it's like, okay, let's not do that. Yo, that's awesome, Joseph. I can't imagine being there. That's awesome. I've been at some wild ones too, though, but that had to be fantastic. Second round of media credentials. Love it, dude. Let's go. Yeah. Talk to my buddy about that. Hopefully see you down there, my dude. That would be fantastic. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait. And he does. It's called East Coast Gridiron. Right there. It's got the same logo. Type it in. You'll find it. Check it out. It's got all kinds of content. He's talking about everything. And that's why I mentioned earlier, college, NFL, whatever you're looking for. So definitely check him out. It's nice to see you, dude. Glad you tuned in. Haven't heard from you. And look, I'm horrible keeping up with just even my own family and life. So I don't ever forget you guys. Life has been nuts. I even stopped doing all of these live, man. I had to start making some of these, record them and get them out when I can. It's been wild. But hopefully you guys go check out that channel. Super excited indeed. I bet, dude. And I know you love that stuff too. And me too, man. I can't get enough. Football is my life, man. It always will be. And it's just something that brings me peace. And yes, they do. It's wild. And some people want to be Stephen A. You know me, man. I just want to stick to the facts. That's what I'm all about. But yeah, Dean, I think that for me, he really, he's got a bright future, but no need to rush it. For the starters, we really all up new deals. Wait the list, but I think I see who could be odd man out. Yeah, man. I think, he could definitely with Nakobe Dean there, but there's so much that goes into that conversation because there's so many options to be made. And some people that are going to be gone that, aren't even free agents, you just cut people. So we'll talk about, which people are, give you dead money, which people you can actually let go of without, really losing anything. So you know me, man, I'll keep you up with all of that stuff. But guys, we're reaching a half hour here. I am going to get rolling out. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you tuning in here. Hopefully you guys got to see all the top 5 content, the behind the enemy lines, game stats report from earlier today, all those shows. There was a few actually because of Avonte Maddox, all that stuff. So go check them out. Comment. I want to hear what you guys are, thinking about this game, about everything. And if you're watching this one later, feel free to chime in, do whatever the hell you want. Some of you guys, I feel you think it's live. So I try at the beginning to say whether or not it's live or not. And I know I usually go live, but it's been hectic as of late, to say the least. So, yeah, but I appreciate you guys. And I'm excited for you guys to check that out. And Dante, I and myself am excited too, because, come this season, dude, it's going to be wild. And I can't wait to be jumping on, have you on again. We're going to be throwing it down, my dude. Yes. And I'm going to be rolling out here. My man got some family time to spend. Got some lights to hang. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho. Yo. Let's go, Birds. Yo. But live coverage. Yo, let's go. That's a good idea for sure. But we're all going to need to lock them down. And again, we'll have that show. We'll talk about that. But what a great pick that was, a fantastic pick. But Jordan Davis is the guy, I talked about. And if you watch those shows, I said if we could get Davis and Dean somehow, I would kiss Howie in the lips. I didn't do that when I got to see him, but we did get them, and that makes me very excited. So Jordan Davis is still my guy, but hey, I'm very excited about Dean too, so I can't disagree with you. Love it. But you take care of yourself too. I think that just somehow went away. Yo, I love speaking those facts. The truth is what will set us all free. You are one as well as me. So let's go, Birds. Appreciate you, Dante, taking the time, dude. Hope you guys go check that out. Drew, Joseph, Tim, all of you, Nina, Liz, everybody who tuned in. I cannot thank you guys all enough. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that, man. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with the practice squad elevations, updated game status reports, and the updated depth charts, so you know what both teams will look like heading into this matchup. So I hope to see you then. Let's effing go, Birds. You know it, dude. But if you guys need me, you can always reach out, whether it's to talk about Birds, life, whatever it is. Truly appreciate all of you. So if there's ever anything I can do, seriously, please don't hesitate to reach out. Any of these platforms down here below. Yo, take care, man. Pre-game Sunday. Tomorrow's practice squad elevations with updated depth chart. If you check that out, hope to see you then. But whenever next time is, I can't wait. Yo, fly goes fly, my dude. Have yourself a great Friday night. It's Friday, baby. Let's go. Almost game day. But you guys are awesome. Seriously, cannot thank you enough. But I'm going to get rolling out here. Yo, you have a very great night. Have a great weekend. And I'll be back tomorrow. So I hope to catch you guys then. If anything crazy happens in between then, I will be back. But if not, have a great night. And until next time, I am Jimmy Smith. And this is On the Road to Victory. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!